My name is Alexandra Ferguson, and I have an eponymous line of pillows and makeup cases called Alexandra Ferguson. So I started my company by accident. I just listed them. I opened my shop on Etsy, and I just listed them to see what happens. And lo and behold, they started selling, and we started getting a lot of attention. You know, I just went online. It took me a half hour. I set up my shop. I named it Alexandra Ferguson because I come from fashion industry, and we just kind of hit the ground running. And I think that was actually, in hindsight, a really kind of awesome way to start the company, because I never got stuck in paralysis by analysis. And I think that's something that I see a lot of entrepreneurs kind of struggling with. They want to start a company and they get stuck in the planning stages. Whereas I just kind of have taken this approach of, you know, just get to it, put the product out there, get it on the market, and see what starts selling. Scaling up is an animal, and our product is really handmade. And I remember at one point interviewing other factories and explaining to them that, you know, we have dies that cut out the letters, and then someone sits there with a ruler and they space the letters out by hand, and then a sewer goes around and traces them. And I'm having this conversation with the factory. You can imagine his eyes were just like, he lost me at hand cut ruler. What? We got to sit there. Nobody wanted to touch it with a 10-foot pole. A year ago, we moved into this factory space, big scale up. You know, we now have a staff of 6 people doing all of our manufacturing. And by doing that, by opening my own factory, I was able to build it from the ground up, exactly catered to our process. So we've got a whole section dedicated to cutting out the letters. And then we've got special tables and staff trained who just lay up letters all day long. So we were able to optimize our factory to the requirements of our manufacturing rather than squeeze our product backwards into a production flow. You know, learn to listen to yourself. That's hard to listen. There's so many voices inside your head, and learning how to parse all those voices is a skill that you learn, that I've learned along